Psalm 64 and 8, because the Times Magazine is a American Edomite publication, and as it says in Psalm 64 and 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. And these Edomites are making their own tongue fall upon themselves by revealing the dirty deeds of their own government. The plan to make election monitoring, I think I read this already. Time adds, but American experts on democracy promotion consulted by Time say it would be unwise to give financial support to a specific candidate in the election because of the perceived conflict of interest. More ominously, Salakia, an official familiar with the document, explained that secrecy is necessary in part because Syria's government might retaliate against anyone inside the country who was seen as supporting the U.S.-backed election effort. The official added that because the Syrian government fields a broad network of internal spies, it would almost certainly find out about the U.S. effort if it hasn't already. That could lead to the imprisonment of still more opposition figures. An American orchestrated attempt to conduct such an election monitoring effort could make a dialogue between Washington and Damascus, as proposed by the Iraq Study Group and several U.S. allies, difficult or impossible. The entire proposal could also be a waste of effort. Edward P. Djerijan, a former U.S. ambassador to Syria who worked on the Iraq Study Group report, says that Syria's opposition is so fractured and weak that there is little to be gained by such a venture. The fund opposition parties on the margins is a distraction at best, he told Time. It will only impede the better option of engaging Syria on much more important fundamental issues like Iraq, peace with Israel, and the dangerous situation in Lebanon. Others detect another goal for the proposed policy. Ever since the U.S. invasion of Iraq, which Syria opposed, the Bush administration has been looking for ways to squeeze the government in Damascus, notes Joshua Landis, a Syria expert who is co-director of the Center for Peace Studies at the University of Oklahoma. Syria has appeared to be next on the administration's agenda to reform the greater Middle East. Landis adds, this is apparently an effort to gin up the Syrian opposition under the rubric of democracy promotion and election monitoring, but it's really just an attempt to pressure the Syrian government into doing what the U.S. wants. That would include blocking Syria's border with Iraq so insurgents do not cross into Iraq to kill U.S. troops, ending funding of Hezbollah and interference in Lebanese politics, and cooperating with the UN in the investigation of the assassination of Lebanese Prime Minister Rafik Hariri. Senior Syrian government officials are considered prime suspects in Hariri's case. And this is a pretty long article, but I pretty much gotten to the point. As you can see, these Edomites definitely fit that title of being devils, or which means a deceiver, because this is their MO, to work behind the shadows to get what they want. And now I'm going to close it out with Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe or destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, or in secrecy, such as coming up with ways to overthrow Bashar al-Assad's government, and then when they bring it to light, they make it look like it was a popular movement from the citizens who were fed up with Assad's rule. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So you Edomites are being exposed left and right. That's why you're trying to get us off the internet. But it's too late at this point. Now we're just waiting for the curtain to rise and the show to begin. So to you sincere Akim out there, I hope this video was edifying. And to you devils out there, you so-called Edomites, your captivity and hardcore bondage for 1,000 years is about to begin shortly. So with that, I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, Abab Abal. Until next time, Shalom.